Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off our presentation today. The title of our talk is A House is Not a Home. We'll explore what truly makes a space feel warm and inviting beyond just bricks and mortar. Over the next few slides, we'll look at the elements that transform a house into a home, from emotional connections to personal touches. So let's get started and discover how we can create spaces that truly feel like ours. Let's take a closer look at the contents of this presentation. As you can see, we have several sections listed here, starting with online learning, which is a major focus today. Then we move on to key points, where we'll highlight the most important ideas. Following that, there's a summary to wrap everything up clearly. We also have a thank you at the end to show appreciation for your attention. But right now, we're focusing on slide 2, which is about characters. This section is all about understanding the different characters involved in online learning environments. We'll explore how various roles interact and contribute to the overall experience. By examining these characters, we can better appreciate the dynamics at play and identify ways to improve engagement and communication. Remember, understanding the people involved is just as crucial as understanding the technology itself. So, as we go through this section, keep in mind how these characters influence the success of online learning, and think about how their interactions can be optimized for better outcomes. Let's take a closer look at some of the key tools that support online learning. First, we have online videos, which are a powerful way to deliver engaging and accessible content. They allow learners to absorb information at their own pace and revisit complex topics as needed. Moving on, quizzes and assessments are essential for tracking progress and reinforcing learning. They help both learners and educators identify areas that need more attention. Next, there are specialized tools like EL and ELCAAS, which are designed to enhance personalized learning experiences. These tools adapt to individual needs, making learning more effective. Career guidance is another vital component, helping learners connect their skills and interests with future opportunities. And finally, the integration of AI-enabled features ties all these tools together, offering smarter, more efficient ways to learn and support learners throughout their educational journey. All of these tools together demonstrate how online learning is evolving to become more interactive, personalized, and aligned with individual career paths. This is a crucial part of our overall theme, making education more accessible and tailored to each learner's needs. Today, I want to introduce you to the key characters in this story. First up, we have myself, Zan Gaudioso, the author of this narrative. My friends also play an essential role, offering support and perspective along the way. Then, there's my mother, whose presence and influence are deeply woven into the story's fabric. We also can't forget the Fire Force men, brave individuals whose actions are crucial during the events we'll discuss. These characters each contribute uniquely to the overall theme of resilience and community, illustrating how different people come together in times of crisis. Understanding these characters helps us grasp the full scope of the story and the connections that drive it forward. On this slide, I want to share some key moments that really shaped my journey. When I first moved to a new high school after junior high, I felt quite isolated. It was tough leaving behind my old school, teachers, and friends who always encouraged me to join activities and help me make new friends. That sense of familiarity was missing, and it was challenging at first. Then a critical event happened. My house caught fire. My mother and I rushed out to call the fire department. She quickly ran back home to grab our metal box, then returned to fetch pictures, documents, and letters of my father. Thankfully, a fireman rescued her, and I remember hugging her tightly, feeling a mix of relief and love. Unfortunately, we lost everything in that fire. We went to stay at my grandparents' house for the night. The next day, I went to school dressed in strange clothes, borrowed shoes, and without my usual backpack. I was surprised by how my classmates responded. They showed kindness by giving me school supplies, notebooks, and even clothes. Their concern touched me deeply, and I started making new friends. Later, a woman who found my pet cat managed to return him to me, which was a heartfelt moment. Through these experiences, I learned to overcome feelings of loss and pessimism. I was able to find a new sense of hope and rebuild my life, demonstrating resilience and the importance of community support. Let's take a closer look at this picture chart. As you can see, it visually represents some key data points that are central to our discussion. Charts like these are really useful because they make complex information much easier to understand at a glance. Here, the different sections or segments highlight how various factors contribute to the overall picture. This helps us identify where the most significant influences are and where we might focus our efforts. Remember, the goal of this chart is to give us a clear, quick overview that supports our broader theme of understanding trends and making informed decisions. So, as we move forward, keep this visual in mind. It's a helpful tool to reinforce the points we've been exploring. In this slide, I want to share a real story about a teenager named Zan Gaudioso. It's a story that highlights resilience and the power of kindness. Zan was having a tough time adjusting to a new environment. He felt lonely, struggled to make new friends, and missed his old school and friends deeply. When he moved to high school, everything felt unfamiliar and overwhelming. Then, one day, a terrible fire destroyed his house, leaving him with nothing, his home, his belongings, and even his pet cat. Imagine how devastating that must have been. He and his mother had to go to his grandparents' house, and he faced the embarrassment of attending school in borrowed clothes and shoes, feeling lost and vulnerable. But what's truly inspiring is how his classmates and teachers responded. They learned about his situation and showed genuine concern. They offered him clothes, books, and supplies, acts of kindness that touched his heart deeply. This compassion helped him open up and make new friends, showing how support from others can make a huge difference during difficult times. Although he still missed his cat, a kind lady later brought his pet back after months. Seeing his cat again brought him immense happiness and helped heal his feelings of loss. This story reminds us that even in moments of tragedy, kindness and community can bring hope and healing. It's a powerful example of how compassion can turn a challenging experience into a new beginning, aligning with our overall theme of resilience and the importance of caring relationships. On this slide, we're exploring some key moments that reveal the author's inner feelings and growth. First, let's consider what the author notices one Sunday afternoon. He sees his mother doing something that surprises him, and her reaction shows her concern and affection. She takes action to help, which highlights her caring nature. The next day at school, he feels deeply embarrassed. Words like fear and insecurity come through in his mind, showing how overwhelmed he is by the experience. It's a reminder of how vulnerable we can feel in unfamiliar or stressful situations. After the fire, the author breaks down in tears. That moment captures his emotional release and the depth of his feelings. Loss, relief, and hope all mingled together. Now the relationship between the cat and the author is very touching. Their bond is evident through the story, how they comfort each other. After the fire, the cat was missing, but it was brought back by someone, who could be a friend or a neighbor, showing the importance of community and kindness. When the schoolmates act in a way that surprises him, whether through kindness or understanding, it begins to change his perspective on life and people. These actions help him realize he's not alone, and they inspire him to start participating in life again. His loneliness begins to fade, replaced by a sense of belonging and hope. Finally, the phrase, "my cat was back, and so was I," is very meaningful. It suggests that, in a way, the author had gone somewhere, perhaps emotionally or psychologically, during his difficult time. But with the return of the cat, he feels reconnected with himself and life. He's saying that he's also back, stronger and more hopeful than before. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I hope you found this session on learning practice success helpful and inspiring. Remember, the key to success is applying these concepts consistently and staying committed to your growth. If you want to explore more or have any questions, please visit our website at www.elcaas.com. I truly appreciate your dedication to learning and improving. Thank you again, and I wish you all the best on your journey towards success.